Between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he returns this to the 22. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw, escaping the pressure right. Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Locke going to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Jackson. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
No, we changed it. We changed it. Blue there. Check right 27. Check right 27.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Tony Pollard there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Lock now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Donald Parham, 64 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play action. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Flush to his right. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good.
Touchdown! That's caught. DK Metcalf, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Jackson back into his end zone. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboy. Jackson, 98 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. J-Ron Kearse in on the tackle.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. That's track. 42 to Mike, 42.
On 2nd and 7, Locke escaping the pressure right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This is Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing. On 2nd down and 4, Locke. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The 20, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there out of the running game. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. 14's the money.
On play action, Locke sliding out of the pocket. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 60 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's caught. It's James Washington. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got it. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check. Crunch.
The final shot before break. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Roses to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Second down and 7. Here's Carson.
Brandon, you know how we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan? That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
They run it with Carson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
6 yards left on second down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Here's Locke. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wiggles free, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. 7 yards, the pickup there. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give here to Pollard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Throwing now is Locke. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Locke off a play action. He finds his man complete. It's Carson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. With it is Brown. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Schultz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On 2nd and very short. Jackson, throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Buying time to his left. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. That's caught by Jackson.
Do what we do.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Deshaun Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. On the give, this is their fullback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check, lucky. Check, check.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 10. Lock. Flushed out right. That's complete to Eskridge. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Locke. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Lock to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Locke. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Lock. Eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Lock to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
To throw is Lock. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
All right, you're still at least 30 yards from realistic field goal range. You want to get the ball to the 38, but preferably the 35 or less to give your guy his best shot at putting it through the posts.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 13. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is.